learned these different holidays in slavery.
Right.
We were never freed as a people, but we learned 4th of July that we were free in slavery. So we're going to see what God says about it. Read.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So God is only speaking to the children of Israel. What would you say your nationality is?
African American.
African American. Where'd you learn that from?
My grade school. Yeah.
By grade school, right? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
61.
61. You know you're older than the term African American?
Bring it out.
Before that, we were called what? Negro. We were called Afro American.
We were called a lot of things.
We were called a lot of things.
Bring it out.
They change our nationality every few years to fit more what they want us to believe. But according to the Bible, God says you're an Israelite. That's what he says. He calls us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
You see yourself on the sign right here? Come check out this sign.
Also, we got Brother Lubin.
How you doing, Brother Luke? What would you say your nationality is? Your nationality. What nation of people you come from? You know? Would you be so-called African American, Jamaican, Haitian? What would you say your nationality is? Haitian.
My phone, take a picture of that.
Yeah. Take a picture of this, brother. According to the Bible, you come from the 12 tribes of Israel, from the tribe of Levi. You ever been taught that before? You never been taught that, right? You've been taught your whole life that you're Haitian. You know what the word Haitian means?
Bring it out. Right. You see that, right?
All right, hey, check this out, all right? Check this out, all right? Our number's on the back of that flyer. So according to the Bible, we are the Israelites. God calls you the tribe of Levi, but you said you never heard that, right? Why do you think that we don't know who we are as a people and we've been taught that we're Haitian?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Why do you think that happens? Isaiah 65:15. What's your last name? It's what? Reuben? Where did we get the last name Reuben from? It's what? Luis? Where you get the last name Luis from? From who? That's not a Haitian last name, Luis. That's a French last name. You know why you have a French last name?
Bring it out.
Because they oppressed us in slavery.
Right.
And they left their last names on us as a people.
Right.
You know what my last name is before I changed it? It was Randolph. That's a British last name. Because the British came and they put our last name on us as a people.
Right.
But what we're going to show you is that's prophesied in the Bible to happen. What's your last name, brother?
Howard.
Howard. What kind of name is Howard? Is that an Israelite last name?
It's an old English name.
It's an old English name.
I already looked it up.
So how did you end up with the last name Howard?
They must own my family at one time.
They owned your family in slavery.
Yeah.
Do you think that's prophesied in the Bible that would happen?
Probably is. I don't know where, but
It is. It is. We're about to read it right now. You come from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Same with you, my brother, because this is the people who we descend from right here. But we haven't been taught this before. We're going to show it to you in the Bible. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
You see that? God says we will leave our name for a curse. You know what a curse is? The last name Howard. The last name Lewis.
That's right.
That's a curse. Because where did you get that last name from? How did they put that last name on you?
It came from something negative.
It came from something negative. They branded you as a people. You know what they did when they branded you? If your forefathers were to run away from the plantation,
right,
they would be able to see that brand that you got of Howard, and they would say, he belongs to Mr. Howard, and bring you right back.
That's right.
And bring you right back.
That's right.
That's what was going on July 4th, 1776.
Bring it out.
That's what was going on.
Right.
But you said you celebrate 4th of July, right? That's what you said, Ray?
Yeah.
Right? So you know what the true meaning of 4th of July is? You know where that comes from, quote unquote, Independence Day? Who was independent on July 4th, 1776? You celebrate 4th of July, brother? Yeah? You celebrate 4th of July? 4th of July? You celebrate that? You do, right? So July 4th, 1776, who was independent on July 4th, 1776?
Bring it out.
The colonizers.
The colonizers, right?
Yeah, colonizers.
So then why today as a people do we celebrate their independence?
Because that's what we were trained to do.
Because that's what we were trained to do. What you just said is we were trained to be slaves.
That's
What you just said. We're going to show you that in the Bible. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Read it. You in the spirit.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the key here, we're going to start at verse 47 actually. So you back, right? So we're reading about the curses that God placed upon us as a people, right? When you read in the Bible, all these things that happened to us as a people, how we were sold on slavery by slave ships, how we had yokes of iron on our neck,
Right.
how we were beaten, how our women were raped. These things you read about in Deuteronomy 28 that would happen to our people.
Right.
You know who Moses was speaking to in Deuteronomy 28?
Speaking to us.
He was speaking to the Israelites. That's who we are. That's who we are.
That's right.
The same people who were oppressed by the Egyptians in Exodus and who God delivered and killed the Egyptians,
Right.
that's the same people who he's speaking to today.
So it is how you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture's saying what it's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
Same God that delivered the Israelites is the same God we're supposed to be serving.
There you go right there. You in the spirit, brother. We're going to read it to you out of the Bible what you're supposed to do. 47.
Yes, sir. Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So why do we have to serve our enemies in slavery?
Because we didn't serve our Lord the way our ancestors.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
You're in the spirit. Because we did not serve our God with joyfulness and gladness of heart. For everything that we do, he said he's going to cause us to serve our enemies. The reason why the other nations aren't being oppressed like we're being oppressed, and they have a July 4th, 1776 celebrating their independence, is because God never dealt with them as a people.
Right.
God is dealing with us as a people.
Right.
And as a result of us not listening to our God, these things had to happen to us as a people.
Right.
He said we would serve our enemies in what? Let's see.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger,
And hunger. What's the last thing you ate? You remember?
I bought an impossible sandwich from Starbucks.
From Starbucks, right? Do we own Starbucks as a people?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
We don't. What's the last thing you ate, brother?
It was I think it was a chocolate Nesquik.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it
You got it from your own people?
No, convenience store.
A convenience store. Who probably owns a convenience store? An A-Rap
already
man?
know. You
An
already
A-Rap
know.
man, right? How you doing, my brother? What's your name? And the black TikTok. Josiah.
Josiah.
What we're going through is the history of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the Bible. We're reading how we would have to serve our enemies in hunger. For example, all of us work a 9 to 5, right? Most of us here, right?
Yeah.
that's right.
Do I, we trying to, right?
Whether we realize it or not.
Exactly. Do we own the businesses that we tend to work for?
Yeah, we do, whether we realize it or not.
We don't. Our enemies own those
Whether
businesses.
we realize it or not.
Maybe
I'm gonna show you an
Atlanta.
example,
Go
right?
to Atlanta.
Right. Yeah. Our people, we own a few businesses, but as a people, we don't own these businesses. We have to go and work for them, and we get the lowest minimum wage jobs. We're last hired, first fired, because God said we would have to serve our enemies for everything that we want.
We get faith.
There you go.
We get faith.
Right? Just like when you look at the history of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the same way in slavery, did we not have to serve our enemies in slavery?
Right.
Because if you didn't pick a certain amount of cotton, what would happen? You was beaten and you wasn't eating for the day. You wasn't eating nothing.
I heard about the Louisiana
The Louisiana Purchase, right?
The Louisiana swamps plantation.
Correct.
Plantation.
Our babies were sold for alligator bait. That's what happened to us, right? But we're reading about this history in the Bible, and he says, for what else?
In hunger and in thirst.
In hunger and in thirst. Do we own the water company that we pay the water bill to?
No, we don't own that.
We don't own that, right?
No.
Our enemies own that, and we have to work that 9 to 5 to get a free resource that falls from the sky.
Just to get connected.
There's a free resource that falls from the sky, but we have to pay for it.
Right.
And if you don't work that job, guess what's going to happen? that water's gonna get cut off.
That's right.
You ain't gonna have no water. You ain't gonna be able to take a shower. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
Right.
Lifeline.
Aquafina. Who owns Aquafina? Ozark, Zephyr Hills.
Yeah.
Do we own those companies?
Nah, I don't want it.
Coca-Cola. We don't own them, right?
That's right.
But we have to go and work that 9 to 5 in order to drink that water, which we need to survive.
The robot
If you don't drink water for 3 days, you're gonna die, right?
Right.
But we have to serve our enemies in order to get something we need to live. Read on.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. All the clothes that we wearing right now, do they say made by the black man? Made by the Jamaican? Made by the Haitian man?
Right.
What's it say? Made in the U.S.? Made in Turkey?
Right.
Made in China?
Right.
We don't own these companies, right? So you have to work that 9 to 5 in order to get clothes that you need so you don't walk around here naked. Because what's going to happen if you walk around here naked? You're going straight to jail.
That's right.
Where they want you anyway.
Where they want you anyways. We have a school to prison pipeline where they're taking our kids straight from school to jail.
Control
This is
environment.
a 1 in 3 chance that every black man is going to end up in jail at one point in time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what happens to our people.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.